Mike Roscoe. Thank you for joining me today on my podcast, Dividing by Zero. For today's topic, what is the relationship between technology in the middle school STEM classroom and improving student subject matter comprehension? There's no doubt that the American classroom has changed quite a bit over the last 50 years. We've evolved from a pure analog learning tools to what we're seeing today, nearly 90% digital tools. But to understand how we got here, or got where we are today, we need to learn about the evolution from the classroom of 50 years ago, what worked then, what didn't work, and how did early technology make things better in the classroom. How did early technology make things worse? I use the term evolution intentionally since there was no switch that instantly changed the classroom from analog to digital. There were incremental developments in technology that started the ball rolling, and fortunately, the education system in America was willing to embrace many of these technological changes. At first, the changes were slow and manageable, but much of the technology was geared towards the macro level of education, and many schools and teachers were able to learn these new tools and use them to help students learn. But more recently, technology has been at the micro level and has been changing at such a rapid pace that many teachers and educators are unable or unwilling to keep up with the changes, much less fully realize how to utilize these new technology to aid in educating students. In the early days, a reel-to-reel projector could play a movie in the classroom, and the teacher could count on the students retaining possibly as high as 70% of the material that was presented. After the film, teachers could easily lecture to fill in the ambiguous portions or elaborate on the important parts of the film. This technology was great, but this was at a time when the average person could easily sit through 30 to 45-minute presentations. Oh, how things have changed. With the advent of computers and cable TV, the choices of media and content started to change dramatically. TV shows became more risque, commercials became louder, more entertaining, and marketing started training the masses to have shorter attention spans. This definitely translated into learning trends that required a seismic shift in how teachers needed to reach the students. The trends in outside technology were starting to show effects on students literally from one year to the next. After the ubiquitous adoption of computers at both home and schools, the introduction of smartphones and handheld devices was and continues to be one of the most significant technological changes in a generation. Teachers are now competing with electronic devices for students' attention. This is currently, and I believe, the future challenge of educators. If we play our cards right, we can certainly use these tools to create an immersive learning experience unlike anything we've seen in the past. Better tools can be crafted with this new technology, and if schools are willing to embrace this new generation of change, I believe we can set a new generation of students off to a flying start.